Good morning, Singapore. It's Glenn and the Flying Dutchman. Andre and Sean are here as well. And we have from the therapy room, the one and only Dr. Geraldine Tan. Good morning, Jerry.
Morning.
Good morning.
Back here and to see FD back too. Yay!
Yes. It is good to be back. I was telling the boys that after about 8 days, I went, what the hell am I doing? Because there's nothing to do. I just ended up cleaning the house and that was it.
You missed the boys. Yay!
Yes.
We're so happy because we had no idea when he was coming back. Because this guy's got so many days of leave. And of course we can't go anywhere these days, right? So, we had no idea when he was going to come back. But, after 8 days, he came back, after how many days? But you were away for 2 weeks, huh?
Two weeks,
exactly,
yeah.
two work weeks. Yeah, so glad to have him back. And glad to have you back on the show as well. Time flies, man.
Happy to be back. Really happy to be back. Looking forward. But I have a bad headache today. My self-worth is gone.
What? No. I was about to say your hair looks great.
Yeah, exactly.
Why are you having a bad headache? Please explain to us why you're saying you've got a bad headache.
Wait, that's a bad headache right there.
I'll make you feel better if you look at me now. I removed my cap.
Andre has been dying for a bad hair day for years now. But he can't have one.
It's a good hat day every day.
So, Jerry, today we're going to be talking about, and I think it's very timely, right? Mm-hmm. Because many people are, I think, feeling really low when it comes to morale. And so we're talking about self-worth today.
Yep.
All right. So what exactly are we going to be targeting in terms of self-worth today?
Okay. So if we look at self-worth, and self-worth is a very tough topic to talk about because everybody gets very confused with confidence, self-confidence, self-esteem, and self-worth.
Right.
You guys know the difference.
Spelling.
Self-confidence is I can do it.
Okay?
Self-worth is how much money do I have?
Okay.
That's networking.
Okay, close, very nice. I mean, you took the word and you dissected it. So self-confidence, we use all the words interchangeably, but self-confidence is really, do I trust my work? Like what FD said. Am I good? Can I do it? Can I do this work? And then you have self-esteem, and these two often gets confused because you can have high self-confidence but low self-esteem. So self-esteem is the belief in myself. Do I respect myself? And if I don't respect myself, you see like a lot of like take the artist industry, right? Like they are really competent in terms of their abilities,
Right.
but they don't kind of respect themselves, or they don't have that self-belief. And what do? They take a lot of substances like they take alcohol, they take drugs, because they don't think that they are they respect them, or they are respected.
That is so interesting that you should bring something like that up. We never thought of it that way, right? Like, I mean, the confidence and self-esteem, right? Like rock stars, for example.
I just thought that they had a lot of money so they could buy all that stuff.
Right, but
That's all I thought.
no, but you're right. That self-esteem, so important.
You mentioned the money part of it, right? So self-worth is kind of what FD was saying, that value. And how do we value ourselves? So I don't know, I'm going to test, right? How many of you, when you post something, you will look at the number of likes on your Facebook page or on your IG page?
Oh, I have to admit, I mean, I do look out for that.
Yeah, I do.
I've given up on that actually.
Then you compare, like, I have this number, but the other person has a higher number. Am I less popular? Am I worth less?
Which is why now we don't know. We don't know how many likes somebody else gets. I mean, it used to be like that. Yeah, but it's not like that anymore. So you can see the number of likes you have, but you can't see how much someone else has.
Okay.
Yeah. You had no idea, Andre?
No, I know that they were going to do that.
It's been going on for a long time now.
And that companies can buy that information, though. They're very clever.
Well-
So advertisers can buy that information, but it's not made public like what it used to be.
Right. So the reason why I look out for the number of likes, when I post something, is just to see how responsive my followers are. So that's all. Even when I could see other people's likes, I never really was competitive in that sense, but I just wanted to see if it's relative to my total number of followers, and to see how responsive, my followers are.
I laugh because the only person that is responding to it is Glenn, and he's really, really defensive. I don't know what to make of it.
But I see your likes. That's interesting.
No, because I think we're very different from everyone else because we're in the industry. So this equates to dollars and cents for us because clients buy posts from us. So for example, I charge $1,000 per post, for example, and I have to make sure that it's justified for the clients in that sense.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's for work purposes.
Yeah.
So if we don't look at the work purpose and we look at the self-worth part of it, then it's really different because what Glenn is talking about is an organization, is a marketing, is work. Right? But if we're not looking at that, then we look at people chasing after like titles. One title after another title. Accolades, one award after another. That's why people sell awards. And I think we need to go back.
No, we'll just play a song right now and then we'll continue to talk about this.
Very gently.
It's Glenn, the Flying Dutchman, with Dr. Geraldine Tan from the therapy room. This is very interesting what we're talking about right now. Make sure you continue to watch us live on Glenn, the Flying Dutchman's Facebook page right now while we play a song from Tal Bachman. Here's She's So High on 1FM 91.3. Good times, greatest hits. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's continue.
Yes. So titles, accolades. Some people look at the social circle that you are, who you hang out with. So you need to hang out with the right people. And some children appallingly have been taught by the parents, like, don't hang out with this person, they don't stay in the same place that we stay. Yeah. So the value is given to the other space and given to your space. And just now I was saying, that my hair is in a mess, so beauty, sometimes it's the external beauty that we define ourselves by. This one is fun. This is net worth, how much you are worth. So you aim to be like on the Forbes list,
Glenn's already there.
He owns it. He's the
Hey,
supreme
I
leader.
would love to be on the Forbes list.
Why not?
The cover page.
And the last one is a very sad thing because this one we cannot control, age.
Yeah.
But age is just a number.
That's what you say, but that's not what someone else believes, right? Because
Who is
they
someone
go,
else?
"Oh, I'm old, I can't.
Oh.
I've lost my value. I've lost my charm. I've lost everything." So people can say that.
Right.
I'm very surprised because, okay, I can understand I've lost my charm and I've lost my looks and things like that. But I firmly believe that with age, your value increases because you bring something that very few people can bring, and that is experience, life experiences.
Yeah.
So your value actually increases as you get older.
So what FD is showcasing is confidence in his abilities. He has good self-worth, and he believes in himself. So he respects the work that he does. So he has really healthy self-confidence, self-esteem, and self-worth.
Right.
But
Well, I guess it's very industry based, isn't it? it's really based on what you are doing, because your worth, depending on what you are doing, will devalue with time.
No, but I mean, she's also talking about self-esteem. You see, so it comes back to self-esteem when you're old.
Yes.
Like for example, I mean, FD is great. His confidence and self-esteem seems to be healthy.
Yeah.
But there are many people who's FD's age who are feeling like they're worthless right now, and they need therapy. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Imagine
I do
yourself
agree.
when you're
I do.
65. Do you
I
think
do agree.
how would you be feeling? You can't really say, right?
I can't. I'm not in that position. Our
Now you're this
concerns
age,
are
you can do everything and anything. When you're 65, you don't know.
That is true. That is
Right.
true.
So it all depends, right? I mean, your mind can play tricks on you.
Yeah. No. All I meant was FD is in an industry where with age he is of more value because he has that experience. It's presenting. But if FD was a gardener, just say, then as he got to 65, he would be of no use if he can't help with physical labor. So that's when sometimes they feel that I'm of less value or their self-worth. It really depends on the industry.
But then you see, as a gardener at 65, I should understand that I have 40 years experience in botanica.
Yes.
I can pass that down to a younger generation. That is my worth.
Yes, but then you not be the gardener. Then you be a trainer or you be a teacher.
But isn't that all about your worth?
that's
how
good.
you
Yes.
utilize yourself, right?
I agree.
That's good as well, because you almost just made all the gardeners feel like crap.
No. I'm saying
Oh
if you
no!
The old gardeners.
that's not what I meant. I mean that they will get tired, right? You can't expect them to do the same laborious job as the 20-year-old gardener.
Yeah, I know
So
that.
they may feel that their value is less. Correct?
And it's true.
Yeah.
That's the thing, you see.
That's what I'm saying.
No, but you just made them feel awful.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
like,
Some things better
I'm
not
sorry.
say.
Send fertilizer
I got
to
a
your
feeling
house
later
already.
my gardener is going to bury
While
me.
these
Some
guys
things we
carry
know,
on
but
with
we need to-
nonsense,
Oh,
both of you be quiet. Geraldine, can our confidence, our self-esteem, and our self-worth, isn't it true that these can be built or destroyed also by the people around us?
Yeah. So a short answer is definitely, and we see that, many times over. I think we have the eating disorder patients saying, "Oh, my teacher called me fat." So if my self-worth is parked with my external beauty, which some of the developing, teens have placed it wrongly there, it can crush them. Or you have a kid that is being called you're stupid. Everything that you do, you cannot do. You're doing it all wrong. So the confidence is being crushed.
Right.
Yeah. Or, their belief in themselves, or they want to respect themselves, and they go, someone says, "Oh, you're just like, your father," in reference to the drug addict father, right? And you're just worthless like your father. You're going to follow his footsteps. You don't have to try so hard. That can also hurt them. So words can just kill a person, literally.
Yeah.
If they're not careful.
There's a lot of power in words. Yeah.
There is.
And I'm sure all of us are guilty at some point of something like that, no?
Yeah, so
I'm sure
we
we
need
are.
to be mindful now that we've learned something new today.
Yeah, as I keep on telling Andre, sometimes when he says things on the radio and makes fun of people and all that,
That's why it's
they need to know that he's joking. Because, you
He's
must,
giving you the dagger eyes.
No.
you must make sure that it's a joke, you know what I mean?
Okay.
If not, some people take it seriously.
Oh no.
Okay, we're going back on air. Stand by.
Okay, stand by. And that applies to FD also. Nickelback, How You Remind Me, right here on 1FM 91.3. Good times, greatest hits. It's Glenn the Flying Dutchman, Andre, Sean, and Dr. Geraldine Tan, because it's Therapy Tuesday. And Jerry is from the therapy room, of course. Once again, welcome, Jerry.
Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us, Jerry. So we're talking about your self-worth. If someone feels that they don't have self-worth. Are there tools? Are there tricks? What do they do to get themselves to a better place?
Okay. So there are thoughts and there are behaviors. So let's go with thoughts, right? So 3 thoughts that sometimes if we're chasing all the different values, the different worth, we might think, 1, people are saboing me. That means the people around me. So just now we were talking about like how words can crush us, right? So it's easy to externalize and say that these people are hurting me. So these are thoughts. The second, thought that is not good is I have bad luck. Everything, everywhere I go, is just bad luck. So again, it's very external. Okay? And the last one is I'm not worth it. That means I don't deserve the time, I don't deserve the place, I don't deserve anything at all. Right? So I take away my worth. Okay? So if I were to draw it back to the self, so I want the self to have a little bit more control. So it's what can I do? Because if my thoughts are that people sabo me, then my behavior would be very much I'm on the lookout for who is saboing me, rather than building up that confidence or that worth or that esteem.
Okay.
Since I'm on that lookout, right? If I'm having bad luck, I'm resigned to fate and I'm not bothered. I'm not attuned or in tune with myself or what I can do. Right? So I'll draw it back to the self and think about what I can do to kind of, if let's say I value a certain academic qualification. Is it something that I can achieve? Is it achievable? What are the small steps that I can take to slowly pace myself and reach there? So small successes in which sometimes people want to go with, our instant society. They just want it right at the snap of the finger.
Okay.
Not possible. So we need to take tiny steps.
What if someone is just feeling really crappy right now? I mean, because of the COVID-19 situation, right? They're just, low on self-esteem.
Or if they lost their job or something.
Yeah, low on confidence. I mean, is there anything they can think of to make themselves feel better? I mean, apart from, a whiskey soda will help. Last night I was feeling a bit low, so I had 2 whiskey sodas.
You're on top of
I had
the wall.
2 whiskey sodas and 2 Sauvignon Blancs. I woke up this morning, my head was a bit heavy.
Oh.
Oh,
But-
no, we're not saying that on air.
But I feel good. No, we are live on Facebook. Hey, wait.
We are.
No, we're live on.
Oh my goodness, sorry. Things like that I usually say when you're live on Facebook. See, I'm a bit confused. Sean, you didn't tell me, Sean.
I told you.
Okay.
Everything is live. Just take it 1 whole hour.
Okay, I take that back. Yeah. So the question that I want to ask you, Gerry, is if a person is feeling kind of crappy right now because of the COVID-19 situation, and has low self-esteem, low confidence, and all that, what should they be focusing on and thinking of to make themselves feel better?
So one small little band-aid that we can do even right now is a short mantra, a short statement, right? I'm worthy and capable, because at this point
Yep.
that you're feeling low, it doesn't mean that you're going to be like that or it doesn't define you for the rest of your lifetime.
Right. It's just this irritating period right now.
Yes.
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 Okay, so it's
you need
temporary.
to have resources.
Okay.
So, Gerry, does that work with this question that we have on our Facebook page? And I don't know whether you can answer it from a professional perspective, but I want to give it to you anyway. It goes like this. Hi, Dr. Gerry. I am bipolar and have depression. The problem I face is that people do not wish to be around me. How can I help to bring up my confidence and self-worth without friends?
Oh wow.
Wow, it's a
Bipolar.
heavy question and a big question. But maybe the first thing that we want this person to know is that the labels or the diagnosis does not define her. Right? So bipolar and depression are diagnoses provided for by the medical team so that we can find the right help for her. So it doesn't define her as a person. So earlier I mentioned that, these people, all of us, have resources within ourselves. Then I would ask her what are her strengths, because all of us have strengths and weaknesses. Yeah, so we want to tap on that strength that she has and start shining light. So the sun was a bit too bright, so I can't face the window, but we want light to shine in.
Right. How about this? A mantra for that person. What's that person's name again?
I haven't mentioned the name.
Okay, then don't mention the name. But that person.
Yeah,
How about this mantra? I'm worthy and capable, and I don't need anyone who doesn't want to be my friend because I love myself.
Yay!
How
Well
about
done,
that
Glenn.
for that
I
lady?
like that one.
Okay? Yeah. See, I've learned something from Gerry. The mantra is very important. Come up with one for yourself and repeat that a few times during the
Worthy
day.
and capable.
Yes.
And I always tell these guys, if we all just look around, we'll realize that many of us how fortunate we are.
Yeah.
Very
And we've
true.
got to help those who are not.
Yeah.
And I feel so terrible for that poor lady, depression and
Of course, it's a terrible, terrible thing. I think many people have experienced a sort of depression for the very first time during this unprecedented time that we are living in right now. No one, I think, understood depression the way they do now. Because I'm sure people have experienced a little bit of it, one way or another, during this period. And imagine someone whose problem is depression all the time.
I know, because
It's horrible.
once you have that label on top of you,
Yeah.
on your head, right, or you feel it's constantly above you, do you ever feel that it goes away, even though you've been treated or stuff like that? No, do you always feel like, okay, throughout the rest of your life, am I depressed, or is something?
I mean,
I'm
it's
doing
it's a,
that's
it's a
bipolar now.
it's a medical
That's-
condition, right,
That's
Gerry?
a very interesting question. Gerry, does it actually ever disappear? Someone who suffers from depression? I mean, they get brought out of depression, but do they always question themselves after that?
So there are a few parts to it. So there's the chemical part of it. So the medication helps and it manages their depression, lifts their mood up. But if their thought processes don't change and what they do doesn't change, the next trigger comes, they can spiral right down and it can be worse than the last time.
Right. So they have
Wow.
good days and they have bad days. Yes, Sean.
Oh, they can have good periods, not just days.
Right. Sean?
I guess it's also the goal, right? If your goal shouldn't be perfection, but your goal should be progress. If you make small steps every day, you make small steps. That's a big win for you as well.
Exactly. So focus on the process rather than the outcome. Yep.
Okay.
We have a traffic to do now, and then we'll be on Facebook Live.
Okay.
FD ready?
FD.
1FM 91.3 traffic.
Alrighty, we've got the PIE towards Tuas, a vehicle broken down before the BKE, and on the BKE towards Woodlands, an accident before the SLE exit. 1 or 2 delays across the expressway, and it's nothing too unusual. Stay within the speed limit, have everyone buckled up, be safe as you drive today.
Glenn and the Flying Duck.
And back.
Phew, sounded like you pressed 50 buttons.
Yeah, every day pressing 50 buttons. Yeah.
And that's why I'm over here and he's pressing the buttons. If not,
So now on air, we're playing 2 songs. So
Oh,
we're
we
on
do have
Facebook
some time.
Live now. Yeah, only 8:30 now.
Yes.
Halfway.
What?
Halfway only.
oh, wow.
It's like a half an hour more.
Oh, time really went by
Yeah.
quickly, man. It's 8:28. I can't believe it.
I know. half an hour.
Oh boy. Okay,
It's
so
okay, you can still stay, Jack.
yeah, but I mean, let's kind of wrap it up. Where were we just now before we took the break?
You went off
The
on
man-
your fantastic mantra.
Mantras.
Your mentor.
No,
Mantras
see,
and how delicious they are.
no. You guys are the ones who are also lost. I didn't. The mantra was a lot earlier.
Yes, no, your mantra. But
Yeah.
but just before that was the labels.
The labels, yeah.
Yeah.
How do you get rid of those labels? You know, when you walk out of that clinic and then you're diagnosed either bipolar or depression or whatever it may be.
Okay.
And FD was asking, does that label ever go away?
Yeah.
Was that
And the
label
idea-
ever go away?
Yeah, well, you see, if you suffer from depression,
Yeah.
let's say,
Okay.
and you've got it under control now,
Right.
does the thought of, oh, I'm a depressive person, does that thought ever disappear from you? Do you ever get over it?
So it can come back anytime. That's what Gerry was saying just now.
Yeah, Jerry was saying, and it can, when it comes back,
So you-
sometimes it can be even worse.
Yeah, so you've got good periods. I remember, I said the good days
Yeah.
and bad days, and Gerry said good periods and
Good periods.
bad
Maybe
periods.
what I want to just highlight is what FD said. Having depression doesn't make you a depressive person.
Mm.
Okay.
You can be quite happy. Some people are very shocked when they have depression because they can be quite positive people and then they get hit with depression. So mental health or mental illness doesn't mean that it is, they are defined by that, meaning that we can have a cough and cold, but it doesn't make us a cough and cold person. You know? Yeah. So if I have depression, it doesn't mean that I'm a depressive person.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So you can get
So
out of
if
it.
it takes that away, then it helps the person to walk out of the disorder a little bit more with ease.
Okay. But once again, I mean, just to qualify, if you're someone who is constantly, feeling low, perhaps maybe, you want to seek some help and talk to someone. Talk to someone who specializes in this field, like Dr. Geraldine Tan. Don't let it spiral out of control.
Yeah. So we want to kind of nip it in the bud. We
Yeah.
want to try and help you where it's just like what we are talking about today: low confidence, low esteem, low self-worth, before it spirals any further. Because we've got many people, I mean, touch wood, it doesn't happen, but many people that have ended their lives
Yes.
because they feel unworthy, they disrespected themselves,
Yeah.
or they feel that they're not competent enough, so feeling helpless and hopeless. So don't let it get to that point.
Yeah, and don't feel ashamed if you are feeling this way, because you'll be surprised at the type of people who actually suffer from depression. Not just you, like we mentioned earlier on, some of the biggest names, the most popular celebrities and so on and so forth, they seem to have everything, but, they do have days where they feel really down, and some of them are depressed and all that. So, as I said earlier on, if you think you need help, please talk to someone, get some therapy. Okay.
Let's go with 3 mantras.
Sure.
Got it.
I'm me, I accept me, and I am beautiful as me.
All right.
Me, I accept me, and I'm beautiful as me, even though I have big ears.
Beautiful years, everyone.
Big, beautiful, yeah.
Yeah. More to love.
It's okay. It's taken you this far, FD, your big ears. Because really,
No.
if you had small ears, I don't think you would even be in the industry right now.
I was incredibly conscious of my years growing up until I actually started to work on radio. And my very first program director went, "Why are you so worried about your years? They are an amazing talking point."
Right. Exactly.
And he turned this whole negative thing into something so positive. And I've learned to make jokes about it. And I live with it.
No, it's no joke. I mean, you should have known, bro, because you came after Dr. Spock. Spock wouldn't be Spock with normal ears.
Okay, what's another mantra?
No, I
Those are
mean,
three.
I accept me,
Come to me. So these are the three.
and I am
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
as me.
As
so
me. Okay,
if
three mantras.
FD can say that, you will accept your ears.
Oh yeah. I accept my ears. My ears are fine.
Okay, 2 more mantras, right?
No.
No,
those are
Oh,
the-
that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, thank you very much for joining us, Gerry.
No worries. Really glad to be with everyone in the chaos.
And you know what? We really do love your hair.
Yeah.
Just leave it like that.
You put a bit more work on my hair, then I wouldn't be here. No, I'm just kidding. But thank you for liking it.
Mess it up a little bit next week, and then we'll see the wild Dr. Geraldine Tan.
That's your fantasy. That's not mine.
All right, Gerry, thank
Okay,
you so
bye.
much. Once again, Dr. Geraldine Tan from the therapy room. Bye, Gerry.
Bye.
Bye-bye.